Well, everyone, the iPhone 15 has just officially came out, so let's go and take a look at it and compare it against the iPhone 11 Pro and see which particular iPhone is a better one for you. Now, spoiler alert, the 11 Pro probably is not as good of an iPhone as the 15, but there probably are some things the 11 Pro has that the 15 Pro, doesn't actually have. So it'd be kind of interesting to see how they compare. If you want to pick up either one of these iPhones, links will be down in the description. You can get them from there and you can help support the channel at the same time. Now, starting off with the outside of both of them, you can see that they look a little different. I just had that little thing come up, the name drop thing. On the outside, the iPhone 11 Pro has a 5.8-inch Super Retina OLED display, and overall, it was like a pretty good panel. There really wasn't like a lot to complain about on this specific device, and I feel like that was one thing going with this specific panel at the time. It was a decent panel. You're getting the notch up top. You're getting a little bit of bezel around it, and I definitely do think from that perspective, like it really wasn't the end of the world here. I think it was a pretty good display overall. And I would say at this specific point, this was probably the best panel Apple made. Even though in 2019 there were lots of phones that were basically having 120 hertz and stuff, this was still a very decent phone panel at the time. On the iPhone 15, on the other hand, this one has a little bit of a different story. You're getting a 6.1-inch Super Retina XDR OLED display. So it is a better panel for sure. Like it definitely looks so much better than the iPhone 11 Pro. So this one, you're getting that dynamic island at the very top. So you no longer have the notch. It is that dynamic island, which does actually look pretty good. You're still getting, a lot of, you're still getting slim bezels around it. Like it's a very good looking display nonetheless. And I definitely do like the way this specific phone looks over the iPhone 11 Pro. So overall, the 15 definitely looks far better. On the outside, the funny thing is the 11 Pro actually gives me like a better vibe. Like it actually seems like it's a little bit more of an expensive phone, even though the 15 is a newer one. So you're getting volume buttons, you're getting, ringer on off switches. The 11 Pro still has a SIM card tray, which is nice. The iPhone 15 does not have that. But you can kind of see this gold color I had in the 11 Pro. Look how nice that color is. That phone looks amazing, and I love that color of that particular phone. The 15, I think, still looks great, flat sides and everything. But the iPhone 11 Pro definitely, I think, is a better looking one when it kind of comes down to it, which is very funny. On the bottom, another pretty big difference. The 11 Pro has that Lightning port, where the iPhone 15 basically has that USB-C port. Very cool feature for the iPhone 15. I'm very happy this iPhone has that type of capability because you can go ahead and basically charge up so many different things going on with that device. The iPhone 11 Pro is still, the Lightning port is still good enough, but the iPhone 15 having that USB-C port is so cool, and I love that so much. On the backside, a little bit of a difference here too. I mean, the iPhone 11 Pro, you're getting that triple camera setup. The iPhone 15, you're getting a dual camera setup. And I would definitely still say that the iPhone 15's cameras definitely look a lot bigger than the iPhone 11 Pros for sure. You're getting the Apple logos in the center, frosted glass backs as well. Like the 11 Pro was the first one to bring that frosted glass back on the Pro model, and now it's on the standard models, which is honestly very, very cool. You're getting wireless charging. The 15 does have that MagSafe capability, which is honestly genuinely very, very cool. So that's something that's really awesome going on between both as well. IP certification on both phones as well too. And overall, I definitely do like how both these phones feel. I think they feel very, very premium, very, very expensive. And that's something that's really cool between both. I don't really think there's a particular phone that I would look at as like the best of the best or like the perfect one, but I definitely would say the iPhone 15 is definitely the one I would recommend more people to buy. But the 11 Pro still holds up very well on the exterior. Now, in terms of software and longevity, this is also going to be probably another W for the iPhone 15, to be frank. The iPhone 11 Pro is a little bit of an older phone. It came out in 2019. It's on iOS 17. It's probably going to get iOS 18 as well, but we really don't know how long this particular iPhone is going to last from that perspective. So that's kind of just one thing to keep in mind there. If I had to kind of guess, I would probably say that the iPhone 11 Pro is still going to be here for quite a bit of time, but it's probably not going to get iOS 19. So iOS 18 is probably going to be, in my opinion, the last version of software that this particular iPhone is going to get. We're going to have to wait and see, but that's kind of what I would kind of estimate in that specific example. Now let's go into a speed comparison between both these phones. The iPhone 11 Pro has that Apple A13 body chip inside of it with, what is it, like 4 gigabytes of RAM. The iPhone 15 has that Apple A16 body chip inside of it with 6 gigabytes of RAM, sorry. So let's go and see which one's a faster phone between both. Okay, there we go. Funny enough, I just filmed the speed comparison, but then my battery just died, so I had to redo the whole entire thing. So all the apps are clear in the background. I already know how both these phones kind of compare, and it was kind of surprising. Phone calls 3, 2, 1. Okay, iPhone 15, the faster one. Music 3, 2, 1. And kind of some differences here too, more than I was expecting. App Store 3, 2, 1. and the iPhone 15 I think was the faster one there too. Scrolling through, they both have 60 hertz panels, so there's not like a massive differences here as far as I can tell. Scrolling out of this one, you can get into clock 3, 2, 1. And honestly, both these are actually doing much better than I thought they were going to be. Camera 3, 2, 1, meaning I thought the iPhone 11 Pro was going to be doing better, but there's some small glitches and some slight things that you can kind of tell between both, which is genuinely kind of surprising. You can see night mode came up on both of them. 11 Pro's night mode is faster, but that doesn't necessarily mean the photo will look better. So that's like a slight small thing to keep in mind. Photos 3, 2, 1. Okay, 15 so far has been doing better, and that's what I saw in the first comparison that I did between these two as well. Hopping onto these two, let's go into Roblox. What I do have on this one, 3, 2, 1. And I think the iPhone 15 is a faster one sometimes. Getting into the next one, let's go into Snake for Splocks, 3, 2, 1. And the iPhone 15 is again the slightly faster one there. Gameplay wise, I think you're going to see some glitches on the 11 Pro, but overall pretty much the same thing. Thank you, 3, 2, 1. And you can see here again, the 15 is the faster one. The iPhone 11 Pro is slightly kind of faster a little bit. Let's get into Netflix, 3, 2, 1. And you can see the iPhone 15 again is the faster one. The iPhone 11 Pro slightly slower. Stack, 3, 2, 1. And again, the iPhone 15 faster, 11 Pro slower. Let's go and get into Facebook. I just did Temple Run 2, 3, 2, 1. And overall, even from what I saw from the first speed comparison that I just did before this, the iPhone 15 is going to be the consistently faster one more times than not. The 11 Pro is still going to be good, it's still going to be a great phone, don't get me wrong, but the iPhone 15 more times than not is going to consistently be faster, and that's the thing going on with this particular phone. So when I look at it from that perspective, the iPhone 15 definitely gets a thumbs up for me from that specific situation. Now on the camera side of things, this was honestly a very interesting thing going on between both as well. I definitely do feel like the iPhone 15 is a very, very good camera, and the 11 Pro is a very good camera too. Wide ultra-wide telephoto lens, only a wide and ultra-wide camera on the 15, but there is a very cool thing going on with the 15 I'll explain in a second. 4K at 60 on the front and the back of both of them. Now here's the very cool thing I was talking about. The 11 Pro has a dedicated telephoto lens. So that means there's an actual telephoto lens inside that phone. You get 0.5x zoom on the outside with the ultrawide, but zooming in you get 10x. And what's funny is that with that 10x zoom, it's mostly using that ultrawide camera. The 15 can get 10x with that digital zoom, which is honestly kind of surprising. Now here you have video mode, slow mode, time lapse, portrait and panorama mode. There's still lots of cool stuff going on with the iPhone 11 Pro camera, and it's still a very, very decent camera for how old this phone is. The iPhone 15, on the other hand, is a better camera in every single way you're going to think about it. And as it should be, it's the newer phone. So here you're getting 0.5x zoom, you're getting 10x zoom, so basically the same zooming in and zooming out capability that you have on the iPhone 11 Pro. You're getting video mode, cinematic mode, slow mode, what else? Time lapse. At the very end, you're getting portrait mode and panorama mode. Overall, the images are going to look better, the photos are going to look better, and this is overall going to be the better camera sensor pretty much every single way you're going to think about it. And that's just what happens as you get newer phones. You're going to be getting more and more capability and just a better sensor and just more stuff going on with that iPhone in general. So that's exactly what's going on with this particular phone. And to kind of sum it up, I will definitely tell you that the iPhone 15 is the overall better phone in pretty much every single way. There is maybe like one or two ways the 11 Pro is better, but if you have an iPhone 11 Pro, going up to an iPhone 15 I think is a very solid option, and you are getting a lot of a phone for this type of device, for this type of upgrade. I think the iPhone 11 Pro is still like a very decent phone. Like if you want a device that's cheaper, that's still supported with software, this is decent. And I still think actually if this phone was a 10 out of 10, this one is probably like a 7.3 out of 10. Like it's not quite up there, but it's still a very decent phone for the price. And I would still say phones like the iPhone 13 Pro like are very, very, like those are the ones I would go and upgrade to. But if you go to the 15, that's a very, very good upgrade. This is more expensive, but getting a 13 Pro is cheaper and it's still a very good upgrade as well. So that kind of covers it up there. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.